Have you ever noticed that when one thing goes wrong, everything else seems to follow? A missed opportunity becomes a bad day. A bad day becomes a heavy week. Soon, you begin to believe that life itself has turned against you. But what if the real problem is not the world around you? What if the true battle is happening within your own mind? Imagine carrying a cup filled with muddy water. Every step you take stirs the mud, making the water cloudy. If you keep shaking the cup, but if you simply place it down and allow it to rest, the mud slowly settles and the water becomes transparent again. Your mind works in the same way. Constant worry, fear, anger, and disappointment keep disturbing your inner peace. Stillness is what allows clarity to return. Many people spend their lives trying to control every event. They chase certainty, demand perfect outcomes, and resist every inconvenience. Yet life has never promised perfect conditions. Seasons change, people change, fortune changes. The person who suffers the most is often the one who fights hardest against change. When everything seems to go wrong, your first instinct may be to react immediately. You complain, blame, panic, or search desperately for answers. But every emotional reaction adds more weight to an already heavy heart. Before solving the problem outside, you must calm the storm inside. Take a quiet moment. Sit without distractions. Breathe slowly and deeply. Watch your thoughts without following them. They will come and go like clouds across the sky. You do not need to fight every thought. You only need to remember that you are not your thoughts. The observer within you remains peaceful even when the mind becomes noisy. Energy follows attention. If your attention remains fixed on failure, your energy becomes weak. If your attention stays with gratitude, patience, and wisdom, your energy begins to rise naturally. This does not mean pretending that problems do not exist. It means refusing to let problems define your spirit. Every challenge carries a hidden lesson. Loss teaches appreciation. Delay teaches patience. Loneliness teaches self-discovery. Pain teaches compassion. The obstacle is not your enemy. It is your teacher. Pause before you react. When everything goes wrong, don't respond with panic or frustration. Calm your mind first through stillness and mindful breathing. Because a peaceful mind makes wiser decisions. When everything seems to be falling apart, the first impulse is often to react. A harsh word is spoken. Fear begins to grow, and the mind rushes to imagine the worst possible outcome. Yet this immediate reaction rarely solves the problem. Instead, it adds another layer of confusion to an already difficult situation. Think of a lake after a strong wind. The surface becomes rough, and you cannot see what lies beneath. But when the wind stops, the water slowly becomes calm and clear again. Your mind follows the same pattern. The more you feed panic, the less clearly you can think. Before trying to change the world around you, give yourself permission to become still. Take a slow, deep breath Feel the air enter and leave your body. Let your thoughts come and go without chasing them. In that quiet space, your heart begins to settle and your awareness becomes stronger than your emotions. You may discover that the situation is not as hopeless as it first appeared. Calmness is not weakness or avoidance. It is the foundation of wise action. Every meaningful solution begins with a peaceful mind. When you learn to pause before reacting, you stop allowing temporary emotions to control your choices, and you begin responding with clarity, patience, and quiet strength. Even in life's most challenging moments, your energy follows your focus. Constantly focusing on problems drains your energy. Shift your attention toward gratitude, patience, and the lessons hidden within challenges to restore inner balance. Where your attention goes, your energy quietly follows. If your mind spends every waking moment replaying failures, worrying about tomorrow, or comparing your life with others, your spirit gradually becomes exhausted. The body may still have strength, but the heart begins to feel heavy. Many people believe that their energy disappears because life is difficult, when in reality, much of it is consumed by constant negative thinking. This does not mean you should ignore problems or pretend that pain does not exist. Instead, learn to guide your attention toward what helps you grow. Notice the small blessings that are still present, even on hard days. Be grateful for each breath, accept change. Instead of resisting it, life is always changing. Suffering grows when we fight against change. Accepting uncertainty with wisdom allows you to move forward with greater peace and resilience. Much of human suffering begins not because life changes, but because we refuse to accept that change is a natural part of existence. We want every joyful moment to last forever, every relationship to remain the same, and every plan to unfold exactly as we imagined. Yet life moves like a flowing river, never standing still for anyone. The more tightly you cling to what has already passed, the more pain you create within yourself. True peace comes when you stop fighting the current and learn to move with it. Release the weight of the past, let go of anger, resentment, and regret through forgiveness and self-compassion. Releasing emotional burdens creates space for healing and renewed positive energy. One of the greatest burdens a person can carry is the weight of the past. Old disappointments, broken trust, painful memories, and harsh words often remain in the mind long after the moment has passed. Many people believe they are protecting themselves by holding on to anger or resentment, but in reality, they are only prolonging their own suffering. It is like carrying a heavy stone in your hands. Every day, the stone does not hurt the person who gave it to you. It only makes your own journey more exhausting. Releasing the past begins with forgiveness, not because others always deserve it, but because your own heart deserves peace. Forgiveness does not mean forgetting what happened or pretending that the pain was never real. It means choosing not to let those experiences continue controlling your thoughts and emotions. Build inner peace through daily practice. Lasting transformation comes from simple daily habits: mindful breathing, living in the present, speaking kindly, practicing gratitude, and caring for your body and mind. These consistent actions reset your energy and strengthen your spirit over time. A peaceful and balanced life is not created through one dramatic moment of change. It is built through small, consistent actions that shape your mind and heart each day. Many people wait for the perfect opportunity to transform their lives, believing that one great event will solve everything. Yet, lasting change rarely arrives that way. It grows quietly through simple habits, practiced with patience. Begin each morning with a few moments of silence before the noise of the world enters your mind. Take slow, mindful breaths and remind yourself that this new day is a fresh beginning. Speak with kindness, even when others are impatient. Eat with awareness instead of rushing through every meal.